evening. Hello, class of 2026. Welcome to the 2026 Walnut Hills High School commencement ceremony. Would everyone please rise, remain standing, and join Adelaide Linzer in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran o'er, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Parents, family, and friends, I am Ayana Kim, President for the class of 2026. I would like to warmly welcome everyone to the 2026 Walnut Hills High School commencement ceremony. Today is a very important day in our lives, and we are excited that you are here with us to celebrate our graduation from the #1 school in the state of Ohio. On behalf of the class of 2026, I would like to take this time to remind you that the Walnut Hills High School commencement ceremony is a dignified event. Although we appreciate your excitement for us, please refrain from excessive cheering while the students' names are being read so all students may be recognized. Thank you for your cooperation in making this a fantastic and memorable evening. I am pleased to introduce the individuals seated on the stage. As I call their names, I ask that they stand to be recognized and then be seated. The principal of Walnut Hills High School, Mr. John Chambers. Senior administrators, Mr. Matthew Cheney, Dr. Daniel Coleman, and Mrs. Kathy Noland. Senior counselors, Mr. Adrian Cabrera, Ms. Tanya Ficklin, and Mrs. Patricia Morgan. Senior class advisors, Ms. Hannah Grulich and Mr. Andreas Vanderbent. President of the Cincinnati Board of Education, Mr. Brandon Craig. Cincinnati Public Schools Chief Audit Executive, Lauren Haverkos. Executive Director of the Walnut Hills High School Alumni Foundation Board, Ms. Deborah Heldman. Chair of the Walnut Hills High School Decision Making Committee, Mrs. Mrs. Katie Chard. President of the Walnut Hills High School Parent Board, Mrs. Sylvia Nelson. Cum laude scholar of the class of 2026, Spencer Pugh. Walnut Hills High School Poet Laureate, Raifa Marakar. Ohio State Representative and 2003 alumna, Ashley Bryant Bailey. Representative Bryant Bailey, please come forward.
All right, good evening, soon-to-be graduates. Excuse me, sorry. So I've been thinking a lot about this moment, graduation, because I certainly remember mine in 2003. After 6 years of getting dropped off in the circle, running the halls, and probably driving a few administrators crazy, leaving Walnut really felt like the end of an era. If I'm being honest, I didn't really feel confident sitting in the chairs that you all were sitting in. I looked like I had it all together. I had friends, I could make people laugh. My teachers knew I was smart, and I also liked to test boundaries to that. But underneath all of that, I was mostly just trying to stay afloat. And sitting at graduation, I had this quiet, uncomfortable thought. Well, partially I was irritated because my dad wouldn't let me buy a car and I was trying to figure out how to get to after parties. But beyond that, I also was questioning, was I enough? I was just happy that I made it to graduation. But somehow it felt like everyone else around me had a plan, a whole plan. Like there was some meeting of sorts and perhaps I had missed it. And what I wish more than anything is that someone had said to me that you are enough. Not when you figure it out, not when you prove something, but right now in this moment, you are enough. Because here's what I've learned since then. Through different careers, different cities, and now having the honor to serve as state representative, very few people actually know what they're doing. We just get better at moving anyway. And the biggest challenge I've faced hasn't been competition. It's been the stories I've told myself, that I wasn't ready, that I didn't belong, and that I had to have it all figured out before I could move. But at some point, something shifted. I realized I didn't need to wait until everything made sense to keep going. I just needed to stay open to opportunities I didn't expect, open to paths that didn't look like the plan, and open to becoming someone I couldn't fully see yet. And I'll tell you something I didn't understand back then. Some of the things that I thought were weaknesses, being emotional, caring too much, speaking too loudly, questioning things, became the exact tools that gave my life meaning. So if there's something about you that you think doesn't quite fit, something you've been trying to tone down or hide, pay attention to it. It might not be your flaw. It might just be your superpower. And one more thing. Being a good person means more than anything than being an impressive one. The way you treat people, the way you show up, the way you choose to see others, especially when it's not easy, that will take you further than anything you can ever put on a resume. So if you're sitting here today feeling unsure, feeling like you don't quite know what's next. You're not behind. You are truly in the middle of becoming. So don't let anyone else's opinion become your identity. Don't let fear convince you to stay quiet. And don't wait until you feel ready to take a chance. Because the world doesn't need a perfect version of you someday. It needs a real version of you today. So from one fellow eagle to another, I'm rooting for you to fall and get back up, to stop and then keep going, to lose and then to win and win again and again and again. I'm rooting for you, and so is everyone else in this arena. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arsha Marikar, and I serve as the 2025-26 Student Executive Body President. I'm here today to introduce someone who has worked tirelessly to bring poetry to our community. And I couldn't be more proud. The 2026 Poet Laureate will present an original poem called By Gravity, Not Glory. Please welcome to the podium my twin sister, Raifa Marikar. Gazing into the deep night, they glorify the heavenly bodies adorning the sky. To daughter, to son, they whisper stories of eternal beauty and selfless courage. They tell us tales of brightly burning stars and luminous moons. We were only ever taught that their beauty was in the radiance of their light and their extravagance in the sky. Maybe it wasn't in the way that they consumed the night sky, but in the way they sustain through time. Maybe we counted the wrong faults in our stars, praising burning bodies for the intensity of their shine, rather than valuing the quiet might of gravity, pulling each galaxy into harmony. Class of 2026, join me in immortalizing today. Not the moment, not the place, but the people. Let us join the ranks of immortal stars and preserve the rotation of orbiting worlds, keeping them from spinning off their axes. Let it be our gravitational pull that centers the cosmos in its certainty. Let it be us, our warmth, our temperament, and our gravity. Thank you. Hello again. It is now my honor to introduce the distinguished scholar for the class of 2026, Clark Sayre. Clark is one of those rare people who excels at everything he touches. A national commended merit scholar and an AP distinction honoree whose academic record speaks for itself. On stage, he has dazzled audiences as a multi-time Cappy nominee, a proud member of the Thespian Society, and his voice has been a cornerstone of the vocal ensemble throughout his time here. But beyond the accolades, anyone who knows Clark knows he brings something harder to quantify: a sharp wit, genuine warmth, and an unmistakable drive that makes every room a little better. Next fall, he will take those talents to Northwestern University as a theater major, and we have no doubt he'll make Walnut proud. Please give it up for the one and only Clark Sayre!
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin with a story from the summer after I was in 5th grade. My family and I went on a road trip throughout the United States, and we stopped at the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia. And we got there, and we took our tour, and at the end of our tour, our guide showed us to the tasting room, a room that, when I looked in, I saw soda fountains that were full of every single drink that you could ever imagine. And I took one look at my mom, and I ran into the room, and by the time that I had left, I tried every single flavor that was in the tasting room, all 120. Now, I didn't like every drink that I tried. In fact, there were a few that I almost spit out on the floor, which it seemed a lot of other people had done because the floor was really sticky. However, as I drove away, I felt so happy because I had had the opportunity to try all of the options. No one had forced me to try anything, but at the same time, no one had held my hand and led me to each of the beverages. I was just let go into a world of opportunity where everything was waiting for me to go out and take it, or in this case, sip it out of a little paper cup. And this experience, despite it being a soda-themed tourist attraction in Georgia, is similar to what I have encountered here at Walnut. Our school, like the world of Coca-Cola, is chock full of opportunities. From course offerings like engineering, music theory, and ancient Greek, to extracurriculars like ping pong club, rugby, and the Thespian Society, to school events like senior sunrise, international game night, and whatever they decide to call the chalk drawing next year. Walnut is filled with anything and everything you could ever hope to participate in. Now, no one at Walnut held our hand and told us what classes to take, what clubs to sign up for, or even what events to go to. But every faculty member and administrator made sure that everything was open and available for each of us to go out and try. This safety net approach, where they weren't going to give us all the answers, but were ready to help us if we fell, is exactly what makes Walnut special and is exactly what has prepared us for the next steps in life. It is true that our class has not had the typical high school experience. We started our time in high school on a computer screen in our bedrooms, grasping for any kind of social interaction that we could get. Once we returned to school, the political powers, both in our country and around the world, began fighting with each other and with their citizens over issues that had been out of the picture for decades. Next, the world was introduced to a technology that can think and act on its own without any idea of how influential it could be and how quickly it could be integrated into society. All of this is to say that we as a class have been through an extremely unexpected amount of upheaval for the modern era. And though it has been and may continue to be scary, this hardship has built a resilience that we could not have gotten anywhere else. When the news broke that the COVID-19 pandemic was keeping us out of the school building at the beginning of 7th grade, we didn't just give up all hope of connection. We made friends through Google Meet chats, online games, and socially distant activities. When we felt that our government was taking away our rights or putting us in danger, we walked out of class and made sure that our voices were heard. When artificial intelligence exploded and the world was unsure of its capabilities, we began to learn how to use it to our advantage. We have proved that we will not just back down because something isn't comfortable. We have proved that just because something is unknown to us right now does not mean we can't use it as a tool in the future. And we have proved that no matter how hard any person or group tries, they cannot silence us and take away our voice. The challenges we have endured as high school students have not hindered our success. In fact, I think they've done the complete opposite. The obstacles we have overcome as Walnut students have transformed all of us from the kid in the little rectangle on the screen in 2020 to curious, critically thinking, and resilient high school graduates who are ready to tackle anything that comes their way, an extremely necessary skill set given the state of the world that we are graduating into. I have heard from countless teachers, mentors, and other adults in my life that they are so sorry about the world that they have handed our generation. And whenever I am told that, my response to that person is always, well, it isn't your fault, and we both laugh and move on. But after we walk across the stage tonight, that flawed and uncertain world becomes ours. We are people who are walking into a world that is on fire. A world that has tested us in our time at Walnut, but will only become more difficult to navigate as adults. And when I think about this, honestly, it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary that the future of our country is so up in the air. It's pretty scary that basic human rights are getting harder to take for granted every day. And it's pretty scary that fear and violence are so prevalent in the everyday lives of so many people. But then I think of the people who are walking into this world with me. The people who aren't scared to dive out of their comfort zone. The people who want to learn more about everything so that they can harness it for good. And the people who will refuse to go silent even in the face of dire consequences. If you look around you, class of 2026, that is who I am talking about. If anybody is ready for the slings and arrows that are waiting for us as adults, it is us. Now, I don't think it is our job to go out and fix everything that is wrong with the world. I don't even think we can. And that's an unfair thing to burden any generation with. But I do think that we have more than adequately prepared ourselves for anything that the world is ready to throw at us. It is not our duty to change the world, but I am certain that our teachers, classmates, and time at Walnut have equipped us to recognize the challenges and make a real difference. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, there we go. You guys know me. Before I get started, I just have a couple observations. The speeches you heard have a common theme, and I think that's either emblematic of the world we live in, or they were looking behind me when I was typing mine. The other observation I had was I'm really jealous that the other speakers' print was so much smaller than mine. I think I'm reading 24 font here. No, but Board President Craig, honored guests, faculty, family, and friends. It is customary for me to begin my speech by expressing how honored I am to serve as principal of Walnut Hills High School, as was said earlier, the #1 school in the state of Ohio. But I was thinking about how honored and proud I was of the class of 2026. I said, no, but class of 2026, the words pride and honor carry profound weight. You are a remarkable group, and witnessing your journey has been a true privilege. Graduates, your achievements here at Walnut Hills are significant, yet they are not yours alone. Behind every success stands a network of support. Parents who foster the discipline to study, friends who offered encouragement, and teachers and administrators who cultivated a thriving learning environment. Today, we celebrate that collective effort. Graduates, I want to ask you, how many of you have heard the names Aaron Beggs from Northern Ireland and Robson de Oliveira from Brazil? Anybody? Okay, good. That's really good. These two men, during the final stretch of the Boston Marathon, stopped and helped a fellow runner, Ajay Haridasi, who had collapsed and could not continue to race. With Haridasi under their arms, the three completed the race together. And reflecting on that moment, Begg said, 3 strangers from 3 different countries, and we'll have a story for the rest of our lives. We all need a story that makes us smile, and he finished with, it's simply just nice to be nice. I share this because it serves as a vital reminder that at some point, everyone needs a helping hand. The world is a challenging place, but we have the power to make it better through compassion and solidarity. This spirit of communal support is more than just a nice story. It's a moral imperative. When we fail to offer that helping hand or refuse to stand up for others, the consequences for our society can be devastating. This responsibility to one another is poignantly captured in the famous words of Martin Niemöller. Please listen carefully to his solemn warning about the cost of silence. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. These words are a timeless warning. Silence in the face of injustice is never neutral. It has a tangible cost. whether it is an unrepresented group or a single neighbor in need. Your voice, your actions matter. Class of 2026, as you step into the next chapter of your lives, remember that success is not about finishing first. It is about how many people you help along the way. Be the person who helps others get out of the starting block or across the finish line. Thank you. Board President Craig, will you please join me? It's me first. And they use little print for this, so. Seniors, you have met the requirements of the state of Ohio, the Cincinnati Board of Education, and the additional requirements of a rigorous college preparatory program at Walnut Hills High School.
I, by the authority invested in me as the president of the Cincinnati Board of Education, hereby confer on these young men and women the diploma of the Cincinnati Public Schools. Go Eagles!
Mrs. Haverkos, administrators, and distinguished guests, distinguished platform guests, please come forward and assist Board President Craig and me with their awarding of the diplomas.
Raifa Marikar. Arsha Marikar. Ayana Kim. Spencer Pugh. Clark Sayer. Milo Hickerson. Ritvik Madan. Sapam Dahal. Onyx O'Neill. Zamari Baker. Sanai Partridge. Caden Downey. Timothy Griffin. Zell Auger. Ella Lawrenson. Sunny Durig Ruse. Caroline Lovelace. Hazel Himberg. Sanvi Madadi. Stephen Chin. Finn Reardon. Jonathan Rubin. Ace Riggs. Maya Lipscomb. Adelaide Linzer. Caden Jenkins. Nathaniel King. Joshua Hufford. Evie Denon. Simone Freeman. Eniola Olakanmi. Jeffrey Johnson. Wilbur Freed. Lauren Avery Schaefer. Chloe Deerwester. Riley Coleman. Aaron Stroop. Rory Whitaker. Matthew Smithson. Henry Sinclair. Clara Novi. Mackenzie Ryan. Jonas Lloyd. Carter Creighton. Benton Clark. Bahand Abdul Rahman. Bareen Abdul Rahman. Milo Accurso. Dayron Acklin. Noah Adil. Elena Aaron Aiello. Avi Albrecht. Mateo Alcantara. Ritel Al-Hassanat. Finn Allen. Eric Ali. Christy Almengor Lopez. Layla Anderson. Samira Andrea. Peter Apino. Nahom Aragai. Kendall Asante. Sina Asafa. Ravni Atwal. Jonah Acello. Ty Austin. Ella Ozzie. Anna Vera Backscheider. Eva Bailey. Amelia Baker. Sophia Baines. Anaya Banger. Landon Barleg. Grace Barnes. Nyla Barnes. Jack Baroni. Miriam Berry. Ashley Bauer. Jack Beagle. Aurora Begtrup. Annette Beidelman. Mackenzie Bell. Johanna Bicknell. Julian Bentz. Evan Blank. Lillian Bloom. Molly Boer Ty. Ethan Boron. Joseph Bourgeois. Aaron Boyle. Leah Brand. Connor Patrick Breen. Damian Brock. Autumn Brooks. Damari Brown. Odessa Brown. Elliot Brueggemann. Jana Brunner. Ellie Bueller. Charles Birdsall. Edwin Butcher. Ella Cable. Sophia Kale. Aiden Caldwell. Jackson Kamara. Reese Cannon. Jasmine Kennedy. Benjamin Carey. Alice Carmichael. Mia Corelli. Ava Carruthers. Christian Carter. Ali Castle. Trinity Charles. Niaz Sheikh. Anthony Chiponi. Wyatt Childress. Isabel Chong. Lauren Christie. Keelan Clark. Marley Claiborne. Leah Kahn. Elijah Cook. Ellen Cook. Liam Cooney. Logan Cooper. Willa Cooper. Madison Coyne. Sarah Coyne. Emmett Corby. Charles Crabtree. Lucas Crabtree. Darius Craig. Jalen Cromwell. Destiny Crooks. Winter Cruiser. Daniela Cruz Garcia. Landon Cummins. Emmett Cunningham. Grayson Ruth Crioso. Annika Kerwin. Penda Dabo. Zane Davis. Sophia DeFazio. Samaya DeLion. Jasper Dembski. Eli Derico. Kaya Dixon Webb. Haley Doe. Jesse Donaldson. Layla Dorado. Thank you. Roya Dos Anjos. Knox Dowell. Muhammad Drame. Naomi Dubois. Leo DeShano Harris. Connor Duggan. Cameron Dunklin. Foster Dunn. Emil Duitia Baswara. Aiden Dyson. Kylie Earhart. Sarah Airhorn. Malek Ahmed Isa. Nathaniel Evans. Chloe Ferris. Nikolai Fedorov. Zachary Fiedler. Alejandro Fierro. William Finley. Julia Flynn. Hannah Frame. Ian Fry. Lake Fulkerson. Peyton Fuller. Tavaska Gajar. Isla Gamble. Vanessa Ganaway. Daniel Garcia. Liliana Garcia. Violet Garrettson. Alex Gurwey. Datar Guman. Paolo Girondola. Rachel Gerling. Elliot Glazer. Ellison Glenn. Jair Gonzalez Murillo. Stephen Gordon. Lux Gray. Xavier Gray. Robert Green. Jess June Grisco. Janie Guo.
Elliot Haggerty. Parker Hamilton. Dawes Harden. Alexander Hargis. Ananda Funwani. Jacob Hedworth. Maya Hurd. Eva Heikenfeld. Frankie Heinz. Jackson Helton. Elijah Herbert. Catherine Holmes. Sajid Hussain. Alexander Howe. Zoe Hauk. Bethany Howard. Sarah Hu. Parker Hunt. Malak Yadi. Catherine James. Aiden Johnson. Kellen Johnson Cameron. Helena Jew. Abby Kaiser. Kylie Kalmbach. Braden Kellen. Bryson Kellen. Kendall Kelly. Devlin Kennedy. Abigail Kirshner. Axel Kendall. Riley King. Shaylin King. Roman Kirk. Nico Klein. Sophia Clocky. Amia Knight. Jonah Colshorn. Benjamin Kongdek. Matthew Combs. Isabel Kadian. Rakesh Krishnan. Montgomery Lemuel. Malachi Lewers. Brooklyn Lewis. Andy Lynn. Andrew Lippert. Catherine Little. Abigail Longerin. Julian Lopez Ortega. Honora Wang Lee. Skylar Lynch. Genesis Madrid. Aiden Mahoney. Ernest Manders. Saffron Manders. James Mangan. Audrey Merrington. Vivian Mason. Seth Mason. Odin Moppin. Isabella McCann. Landon McDaniel. Charles McFadden. Keegan Wise Miners. Adrian Mejia Camerote. Raina Melendi. Finley Mensel. Tiernan Mensel. Jack Merchant. Jack Mercurio. Lou Misfin. Elizabeth Mucci. Madison Meyer. Ruhama Michael. Harold Millard. Jaden Miller. Daniel Min. Kayla Mitchell. Maeve Moeller. Aiden Mollahan. Felix Moore. Jonathan Morales. Asher Morin. Lila Musgrave. Louisa Nacky. Samantha Nelson. Tara Nelson. Eli Newman. Jenny Iris Nonsop. Jason Nicholas. Victoria New. Juliana New. Astrid O'Callaghan. Jude Ormsby.
Alex Papp. Cecilia Parker. Lena Parker. Jason Parker. Krisha Paul. Loida Perez Reynoso. Eddie Perry. Sean Fillion. Catherine Pierce. Jeremiah Plummer. Elizabeth Polger. John Polger. Sophia Polger. Brian Poole. Irissa Pumpanet. William Pratt. Dawson Price. Tazara Prophet. Anna Quellhorst. Trevor Rack. Jamera Rains. Jacob Ramirez. Thomas Ramirez. Taha Rana. Adithi Rao Betty. Emelita Rablando. Cyrus Redding. Tay Rare. Fanny Reynolds. Bryce Richardson. Zaire Richardson. Jackson Riddle. Shai Renee Riddle. Sakura Ringo. Kai Rimstead. Selena Rios. William Rivers. Lauren Roberson. Michaela Robinson. Ruby Rooksbury. Josiah Ross. Emmett Royalty. Rick Roychutery. Cameron Rump. Lucy Sampson. Jeffrey Samuel. Joshua Sanders. Mirage Sandhu. Tej Sandhu. Christina Sandlin. Anna San Miguel Arama. Liam Santer. Laxita Santana Krishnan. Nicholas Schneider. Quinn Shurik. Michael Scruggs. Monique Sears. Neil Schonbach. Augustus Shearing. O. Sayonare Sherman. Anya Shukla. Miles Silbernagel. Herberto Silva. Abubakar Sissoko. Anna Smith. Avery Smith. Otis Smith. Nicholas Solinsky. Brooke Suter. Antoine Spriggs. Sophia Srofe. Michael Staples. Aiden Stevens. Kyung Stevenson. Landon Stinson. Charles Stoffregen. Indigo Stevens. Zachary Stucker. Adarsh Sundar. Nathaniel Talley. Denver Taylor. Solomon Namichi Taylor. Scarlett Thompson. Sakai Thompson. Solier Tress. John Tierney. Kadi Torre. Sambu Tunkara. Kamaria Usheri. Philip Varada. Sydney Verkamp. Alexis Vernon. Trinity Vernon. Filippo Vicino. Carl Vilsky. Jeremiah Visconti. Zosha Vogan. Layla Wade Daniel. Michael Warburton. Daria Ward. Jack Warner. Theodore Warnken. Seth Washington. Cerise Waters. Andrew Weber. Brenna Woolley. Riley Wiseman. Madeline Wells. Joshua Westerkamp. Lila Whedon. Mary White. Lily Wickemeyer. Lily Williams. Samuel Wilkins. Polly Wilson. Ryan Wilson. Jarrell Wilson. Tane Wint. Reese Wise. Nora Whitty. Victoria Woolley. Lamont D. Ray Yared. Shushin Zhao. Tristan Zisler. Mateo Zuniga. Anita Supin.
Graduates, please stand. As a symbolic gesture of your transition from student to alumni, please turn your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations, Walnut Hills High School class of 2026. Rise to the highest. Class of 2026. Class of 2026. Hopefully, as alum, you've learned the words to this song. Alumni in the stands, I hope you remember the words to this song. So I would ask that everyone please stand for the singing of our alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026, I just want to hear something just one more time. 2-0. So congratulations, Walnut Hills High School class of 2026. Rise to the highest.